All right, guys, in today's video, we've got 10 pounds of shrimp. Here's our mound of shrimp. There's our trail camera. And this is what the setup looks like. There's the camera. There's the shrimp. We've got a brushy hollow here and a nice pipeline here. So the first visitor to the shrimp pile is a gray fox. This one here, you can tell, has a bad back leg. He kind of hops around. We have a lot of clips of him as he's passing by, and he's very distinctive, easy to tell it's him because of the way that he walks. First few nights, the fox came by, they could smell the shrimp, but none of them committed to actually coming and eating any of it. I don't know if there was still some human scent in the area that they were afraid of, and they just didn't want to quite commit to the shrimp at that point in time. So you saw that fox just leave the screen there to the right, and I thought that was the only thing in this clip, but when I watched it back, right at the very end of the clip, you can see something come in from the left-hand side right here, and I'm assuming it's another fox, but it's pretty hard to tell. Okay, now after a few days, the animals in the area seem to be getting used to the smell of the shrimp, and it's getting harder and harder to resist. It's been 4 days now, and it's snowing at this point, so they imagine the animals in the area are getting hungry, and now's when you're going to see some animals come in and actually start to eat the shrimp. So as you can tell, once they got comfortable eating the shrimp and they knew there was no danger in the area, they just kept coming back and back and back, and they seem to really enjoy the shrimp. We don't have just foxes, quite a few other different animals coming up that stop by and check out the shrimp pile as well. So at this point in time, this gray fox is back multiple times a night. And this is not the gray fox with the injured back leg, as you can tell. He's using both of his back legs, but every night, a few times a night, he's stopping back in for another bite of shrimp before he's on his way again. This here, I'm sure you can tell, is not the normal gray fox we have in there. This is a coyote, and it is a darn big coyote at that. It's a little iced over there. You can tell he's kind of scratching there. He smells something under the ice. He's trying to get to it. It did look like he got a shrimp loose there, but he didn't eat it. A few hours later, we have a red fox stop by the pile, and it's odd because normally coyotes and red fox do not get along, but this red fox must not have been too scared of the scent of the coyote in the area because he definitely stopped by the shrimp pile and was checking it out. And you can see he's also digging there to try to get a couple shrimps loose. The gray fox in the area definitely seem to prefer the shrimp more than anything. Every time they're there, they get a couple shrimp loose from the ice, and they chow down on them before moving along. So at this point, the camera's been out for 5 days, and we didn't have anything besides red fox, gray fox, and coyotes on the camera up to this point. But the next visitor we have here is something totally new. And it's actually a deer. I don't know if he's particularly there for the shrimp, but he can definitely smell something in the area. And if you look at his head there, it's definitely a buck, and it almost looks like he's got his velvet nubs coming through, but it's only February, early February, which is very odd for that time of year. But there's actually 3 bucks here in this video. That one up on the hill is a small buck. This one right in front of the camera is a small buck. And there's another one coming out right behind this one. Right there, you can just see his head come up. That is also a small buck. Around midnight later that night, the gray fox is back, and the shrimp are definitely under the ice at this point. You can see he's digging, trying to get some loose, but he's not giving up until he gets one out of there. Here's the red fox back, and he actually brought a friend this time. I think this might be a female and a male pair. I think the one on the right might be a male. The one on the left might be a female. You can tell by the size there, but it'd be very odd for 2 males to be running together this time of year, so I do think that is a mating pair. That was a random house cat come by. That's the only time that I'd seen that house cat in this area. But here's Mr. Gray Fox back again, digging around, seeing if he can't get any shrimp loose from the ice. And another deer. This one's definitely different from the first three that we saw. This one's not a buck at all, but this one had something going on with its neck there. I had it circled. You can see, I don't know what it is, if it's an injury, but it's a weird little point in his hair there. And you can see some deer moving around on the hill behind it there. But even in this clip here, there's a deer up on the hillside there. It's kind of hard to see. See if you spot it. But it's right there. And he blends in pretty darn well with that tall grass on that pipeline. Here's the same doe from earlier in the day with the neck injury. As she turns here a little bit, you can see the tuft a little bit better, tuft of hair there on her neck. Not sure exactly what it is, but doesn't seem to be bothering her. She looks pretty healthy, and she's very curious of the shrimp. Here's a few more does passing through the area. Now here's a gray fox back again, but if you look on the hill behind him, there's a set of eyes up on the hill, and it stays the same throughout the entire clip. Not entirely sure what it is. And the final visitor was another house cat. I imagine he could smell that shrimp from quite a ways off. That's it for the shrimp pile, guys. On the screen will be another video of another trail camera experiment we've done. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Thanks for watching.